say is Lord in Christ. You know what, Chef? It's the beautiful thing about the Most High is this. Once I'm done on the internet, I actually have a life. You know what I mean? The Most High has blessed me with a nice home. That's right. The Most High has blessed me in so many ways. I've seen a beautiful family. You know what I'm going in the garage and hopping in something crazy.
And you see, this guy is very proud, man.
And hopping in something crazy. And I'm crazy, and I'm just loving. So when I shut down YouTube, I don't be giving a damn. I have a real life I live, right? You understand? Absolutely. Damn, I have a real life I live, right? You understand? Absolutely. Unplug from the metaverse, and you need your you time to de-stress and some peace of mind. You understand that? Brothers got real lives in the streets. You understand? Listen, I'm a piece of garbage. Somebody clip that. I'm a piece of garbage.
Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And to all my brothers out here preaching this truth to you, I say Shalom. This is a Montazah from the Chicago camp coming back at you again with another lesson entitled, Once I'm Done on the Internet, I Actually Have a Life. So, I want to say the water to the brother GMS Austere Man. All right. I pulled this from his upload. And here we have the deacon, formerly of Sakari. All right. We're watching the slow we're watching the slow unraveling, okay, of him and Hassad. The Lord is making a mockery out of them, okay? Because we know that a man's going is of the Lord. So this brother is on this podcast or some kind of broadcast. He sounds like he been drinking, right? That's first and foremost. But either way, um, he's speaking what's on his heart. And he said, once I'm done on the internet, I actually have a life. All right, so let's get into this lesson. So first, let's go to Luke, the 12th chapter, because this really sounds like the deacon. Luke 12 and 15. And he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisted not in the abundance of the things which he possesseth. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich toward the Most High. So what you hear by his own admission, all right, he sounds exactly like uh, this rich man in the parable, all right, that Yahushua gave. All right, he's already planning shit out. When I'm done on the internet, this is what I will do. I'm going to enjoy my house and my family. Okay, so that's what this parable I want to start out. All right, I want to start with this parable. All right, and make the parallel between him, his thought process in that parable. Paul said our lives are supposed to be hid in Yahushua, and all things are supposed to be counted as dung. All right, if you don't know what dung is shit. Okay, so our lives are hid in Yahushua, and nothing else matters. Okay, in other words, but my bad. Okay, Sakari, they don't recognize the writings of the Apostle Paul as authoritative, and that came from Guerrilla Hebrew. Okay, I did a lesson on that with the audio clip. They don't recognize the writings of the Apostle Paul as authoritative. That's probably why he doesn't understand. Colossians 3 and 1. If ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of the Most High. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach in the Most High. When Hamashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory. All right. So Paul says that Yahushua is our life. All right. Our life is hid with him. This is Philippians 3 and 8. Yea, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Hamashiach Yahushua, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Hamashiach. Paul said he lost everything, but he don't give a damn. Okay? They mean absolutely nothing. Verse 9, it says, and be found in him, not having mine own righteousness, which is of the law, but that which is through the faith of Hamashiach, the righteousness which is of the Most High by faith, that I may know him and the power of his resurrection and the fellowship of his sufferings, being made conformable unto his death, if by any means I might attain unto the resurrection of the dead. All right. All Paul cares about, all right, is winning Yahushua. All he cares about is being changed. Okay. That's all he cared about. Okay. Well, of course, and the church. He cared about the church. All right. But his priority, okay, is winning Yahushua. Okay. He counted all things as dung. If Yahweh, while Yahushua allows you to have substance in these last days, your heart should be on how to help the body. Okay. So we have brothers in Chicago. Some of the brothers, hey, have substance, right? And they're very charitable. Okay. And they don't take pictures of their houses and their cars and put them on videos and shit and talk about how the Lord has blessed them. They don't do stuff like that. All right. If the Lord allows me to have a steak dinner with all the fixings and everything, I'm not gonna take a picture of it and then I'm gonna post it up for brothers who don't have who can't eat steak dinners. I'm gonna put it up and post it up. Look how the Lord bless me. That's the same thing as taking pictures of your houses and your cars and all of that. Look how the Lord bless. What are you doing? This is 1 Timothy 6 and 17. It says, charge them that are rich in this world, that they may be not high minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy, that they do good, that they be rich in good works, ready to distribute, willing to communicate, laying up in store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come, that they may lay hold on eternal life. Salaki. So again, If the Lord allows you, if Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai allows you to have substance, your heart should be on how you're going to help out the body. Okay, help out your brothers. That's what it's about. Okay, he that lendeth to the poor, lendeth to the Lord. All right. Now, what we see with Deacon, right, is that he's motivated by super chats and his lifestyle. So in these interviews, I've seen in these interviews where, uh, you know, these fools sending him money, you'll hear go cha-ching or something, and then he'll go the water for the super chat. Genesis, what? So basically, you got people hitting them with the ching chings, 5 and 10 and 20, whatever, however much money that's constantly being uploaded or whatever. Okay, that's all you hear is all these super chats, and then you had Gorilla Hebrew explain that they had a content creation deal. They had a content deal. What they call it? A content creators deal. Where you get that deal from? Hmm. Wonder where that deal came from. But anyhow, they motivated by money, and it kind of reminds me of a pastor, all right, in the Black Christian Church, who used to basically brag about how big his house was, and then he would talk about how big one wing of his house was, and then say, "Don't be mad at me because I'm rich," and he taking your fucking money, right? So he's taking the money and he's telling his congregation. And see, and this is what the scriptures talk about, how you it says you suffer fools gladly. All right. Paul says you suffer fools gladly. All right. You allow them to smite you on the face. And that's what these pastors do. They take your money and then tell you to your face, don't be mad at me because I'm rich. This is Micah 3:11. It says, the heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire. Sounds like deacon. And the prophets thereof divine for money. Yet will they lean upon Yahweh and say, is not Yahweh among us? None evil can come upon us. All right. And that's far from the truth. Okay. That uh, the brother brought out in his study that's far from the truth. Okay, if a man's supposed to gain his godliness, you're supposed to withdraw yourself from for godliness with contentment is great gain. All right, the brother brought that out. The GMS austere man. All right, this is Acts 20:27. Paul says, "For I have not shunned to declare unto you all the counsel of the Most High. Take heed therefore unto yourselves and to all the flock over which the Holy Spirit have made you overseers, to feed the church of the Most High, which he hath purchased with his own blood. For I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you, not sparing the flock. Also of your own selves shall men arise, speaking perverse things, to draw away disciples after them." All right. Um, Last week you had the deacon and Hassad speaking perverse things, seeking to draw away disciples after them, talking about that hopefully that there's 25% of GMS members who don't agree with the scriptures, okay, which don't agree with Apostle Tahar, right, and Apostle Gabar, all right, Apostle Ramla, all right, Apostle Rakah. We don't agree. They believe that 25% of GMS don't agree with the great doctrine, and we just following along. No, 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 no. The men of GMS ain't like that. We believe this whole word from front to back. All right, and we not simps. Okay, we were drawn to this word by Yahweh Shai, by Yahweh, by Yahweh Shai. Okay, we were drawn to this word, so we believe all of it. We understand what a woman is. A woman only has to be 18 and 21 and everything in Esau's kingdom because he wants them to work for him. Okay, when a man is sovereign and he has his own land and everything else, all right, when a woman reaches the age of maturity or as the scripture calls it, the flower of her youth, she passes the flower of her youth, meaning she has a cycle, a menstrual cycle. That means that physically she's able to procreate. So, regardless of whether Esau in his Western mind state says, "Oh, that's a child," no, that's the ancient way. The ancient way, man had his own land. A woman didn't have to do anything but care for the house. Her job is to guide the house, okay, bear children and raise them, all right, and be a pillar of rest to her husband. That's the woman's job in a nutshell. All right. And I kind of went off on the side on this side tangent, but let me bring it on back. But what it was you had Hassad and you had deacons speaking perverse things to draw away disciples after themselves, and they used uh, the grape to do it. So the Lord got them in derision because they didn't learn from Polite. Polite in jail right now, and he's doing the same thing in this society that he claimed the men of GMS are doing. Okay, so he looking real stupid right now. But y'all didn't learn from him. So that's why the Lord gonna melt y'all. All right, this is not our rest. Okay, so while the deacon is showing off pictures of his mansion and his whips, getting into something crazy in the garage, Micah 2:10 says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction." All right. So the time is short. The scripture says that we're gonna be as pilgrims on the earth. All right. So to be honest with you, you can't believe that you're going to be in any one place. Um, when you look at the scriptures, our King David was a pilgrim. Okay, he had to leave his kingdom. Right, he was on the run. We it ain't guaranteed we gonna be in no house. Okay, especially your ass. All right, Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai gonna pull your ass right out of that motherfucking house, bro. You better believe it. You ain't gonna be in that damn house. This is First Corinthians 7:29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none, and they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not, and they that use this world is not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. All right, the time is short. Listen, you ain't gonna be able. You ain't gonna have time to weep. You ain't gonna have time to rejoice. You ain't gonna have time to buy and act as though you possessed anything. It's going. Everything is coming towards that end. All right. And like I said, we may be pilgrims on the earth. And we ain't gonna be, it ain't no guarantee we're gonna be in any one place. And things gonna be happening so fast, it ain't gonna be time, okay, to really just let things sink in. Okay. We're gonna have to be really, really moving because we could be on the run. This is Second Ezra 15:14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." You see, this is people in race wars, people fighting against each other. "For there shall be sedition among men. Okay. All right. So people gonna basically fight against, rebel against the laws, right? These laws that so called govern, and ain't nobody gonna be paying attention to any of these laws. It's gonna be lawlessness. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So they're not going to regard those who have the authority over them. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the cities shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right, so you got to keep this in mind, Mr. Deacon. Second Ezra 16 and 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Okay, so again, it's very unlikely that you're going to be held up in that beautiful home that you regard so dearly. When he's done on the internet, doesn't sound like we have the same ministry. Okay, the deacon said when he's done on the internet, when he's done on the internet. Well, that don't sound like our ministry, because we don't dictate when we're done. We're not done until Yahweh Shai say we're done. This is Sirach 36 and 14. Fill Zion with thine unspeakable oracles, and thy people with thy glory. Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name. Reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful. All right. So we don't get done on the internet. All right. We trying to be found faithful. All right. So we got a testimony. Isaiah 6 and 8. Also, I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send? And who will go for us? Then said I, here I am, or here am I, Salakia, send me. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. Then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land to be utterly desolate. How long we got this ministry? All right. We got to keep pushing. We got to keep pushing. How long? Till the cities be wasted, brother. Isaiah 62 and 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahweh, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish and till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. There's no such thing as when we done on the internet. This ministry, we can't keep silent, and we got to keep pushing until Jerusalem is made a praise in the earth. Okay? So we're going to keep going until the Lord tells us to stop. Not when you're done on the internet, bro. The Lord is going to let us know, because there's going to be a famine of the word. I mean, Amos 8 and 11. It says, behold, the days come, said the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. All right, and that's going to be of the Lord. Ezekiel 3 and 26. And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. Okay? So it's not when we're done on the internet, okay? It's when the Lord tells us we're done. All right? All right, and my last point in closing, you can expect your family to turn on you. All right, in that clip, you see Deacon basically explaining how, yeah, I got a family. I got a life outside of YouTube, right? But you can expect your family to turn on you. Matthew 10 and 21. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. Matthew 10 and 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter in law against her mother in law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. Okay? So, Deacon, your life, all right? He that findeth his life shall lose it. You talking about a life that's not hid in Yahweh Shai, all right? And that's going to be to your detriment, okay? Once you're done on the internet, okay? Once you're done on the internet, the life that you have that's not hid in Hamashiach, all right, is going to be to your detriment. All right, so I pray that this lesson has been edifying. Um, Again, all praise to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. All right, I pray this lesson has been edifying until the next one. This has been, once I'm done on the internet, I actually have a life. Till the next one, Shalom.